Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, this is my 2016 favourites. I didn't do monthly favourites, I was doing quarterly favourites, and I may still do that. I don't know what to do actually. I haven't decided what the format's going to be, but I did want to bring you my favourites and a get ready with, well, not get ready with me. I'm going to show you how I used the products in this video when I talk about them. I thought not every single one of them as well, but I have used everything on my face that I love, and these are definite standouts for me from 2016. So I'm going to start with a skincare product because this is really a prep product, and I have to say I have really been enjoying it. In fact, I changed my mind about these completely, and it's the Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix Daily Cleansing Pads, and I use these at night time once a day, every single day, and I feel like they have absolutely done what they said. They have resurfaced my skin, they've taken away any of the sort of bumps underneath the skin. I started with, and it's something I've spoken about quite a lot over the last few months because that's when I got it, the PS Primer Water, and this has been my go-to first step in my makeup when I'm applying makeup. This has got no silicones, alcohol, and it hasn't got any oil in it. It is not a setting spray, it's definitely a priming spray. This is only £2. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. And there's another Primark thing that's made it into my top makeup items for 2016, and I used it again today. It's the PS BB Cream in Ivory, and this was £2.50. I use this as a base. I don't use this as a foundation. It doesn't have any colour to it at all. It's completely sheer, but it really works for me as a base. It helps to keep my foundation on. I feel like it, I believe there's glycerin in it, which obviously helps to keep your makeup on your face. It doesn't do any harm for my skin. It's quite emollient. It's really quite hydrating. It makes my skin feel really soft. My next favourite I haven't been able to put on my face. It is a foundation, but I've just run out. It was a new find for 2016, and it is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum in Vanilla. This is a cult classic. This is a gel foundation. For me, this works perfectly on my skin. It's a light to medium coverage. And it's just a lovely foundation. It tends to lean on the yellow side. So this is Vanilla, number 52. I know that there is a lighter shade than this, but it was too light for me. And I'm quite fair. So if you're a similar skin tone to me, then definitely try this out. And if you're a similar skin type, so I've got combination skin. I get quite an oily nose from my spectacles. But the rest of my skin is dry, and so using this really helps to keep it hydrated but also look really flawless. A concealer, I wouldn't say that this is, it has been my favourite this year because I've purchased it more than once, but I wouldn't say it was my holy grail. I don't really have a holy grail one, but I have been using this a lot, and it's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It hasn't got massively full coverage. I don't think I need that too much. The bags under my eyes aren't terrible. They're not great at the minute, but they're not awful. So this one really works for me. It's quite light. It doesn't sink into lines for me. I find it works really well for that. And it's just a really nice shade. This shade is shade 15. There is shade 10, but don't be fooled. It is darker than 15, which is just bizarre. But this one works the best for me. I then powdered, and the standout for me this year, and I think it might be my top favourite, has got to be the Hourglass Ambient Lighting and Diffused Light. I didn't think that this was going to be a standout product at all. I have used it for possibly 6 months now. There's still no sign of pan, and I'm really pleased about that because I actually bought this second hand from somebody who had bought it and didn't really use it. I can see that I've made a big dent in it. You can see there that it's not domed anymore. But I really love this product. I'm really pleased with it. I've used it so much. I use it every single time I use my makeup to set my foundation and my concealer. It does give that sort of overall airbrushed look. And if you look at my videos over the last using this camera in particular, I do think that you can really tell the difference. So I think this does make a difference to my skin. I love the way that my skin looks using this. Another favourite I've spoken about quite a lot and it's more of a favourite because I just can't believe how affordable it is, and it's just been so incredible. And it is the Hollywood Bronze and Glow by W7. It's a take on the Film Star Bronze and Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. It's got the two sides. You can tell which one I have used the most, the bronzer. This bronzer is just such a perfect shade for pale skin. It's a really cool tone. It's lovely and finely milled. It does, in the pan, it looks like there is shimmer in there, but actually it's that sort of shimmer that is not glittery, so it gives you a nice glow. I've got it on today as a bronzer. I've used it to contour, but actually my favourite way to use this is an all over sort of bronzer. Not all over, but less of a contour, more of a bronzer. The one that I was so shocked about, and I'm so happy that I gave into the hype, because normally I don't, and it's got to be MAC's Soft and Gentle. This is what it looks like. I have used it on the tops of my cheekbones, on my nose, and on my Cupid's bow today. I love this. I know that there are a lot of pale people who think this is too dark for them, and I can see in the pan that it would look that way, but it isn't for me especially. I think it's got such a lovely neutral tone to it. And that's what makes it so good, that it's really universal, I believe. Anyway, it has got a peachy tone. You can see it there on my wrist. It's just lovely. I love the way that it sits on my skin. I know lots of people who used to love this. I know a lot of people who haven't used it for a really long time, but generally my feeling towards this now is that this is the MAC product that changed my mind about MAC. I was not a fan. I hadn't found anything that I really enjoyed, and then I bought this and a number of other things that I really like actually, but this one really blew my mind. And this has been the highlighter that sort of changed my highlighter game from being a little bit highlightery to the right perfect colour rather than looking bruised. This actually highlights, so just in love with this. In terms of blush, I have to say there isn't really any one blush. I've been using quite a number of blushes, but I recently purchased something that I'm really loving right now, and I got it on today, and I know that it's going to be a favourite going into the new year, and it has to be this. Bear in mind, this looks really scary. This is the Chanel Holiday Collection Rouge. It says Rouge Profonde 320. It is a very dark red blush. Now that looks really scary in the pan. It has a lovely sheen to it, but it's not shimmery, which is good. It feels amazing. Now on my finger that looks ridiculous, but with a really light touch it gives such a lovely flush of colour to the cheek, and at this time of year especially it's just perfect. You can see that I'm just blending it out. On top of makeup as well, it works so nicely. It gives me that just pinched look. I then moved on to my eyes, and you all know this by now if you've been following my channel for a long time. This is the Peaches and Cream Eyeshadow Primer. This is incredible for me. I don't know whether it's the best primer in the world, but I love it. I use it all the time. It's so light on the eye, but it does fix your makeup. It doesn't crease. It does initially, but if you just pat it with your finger before you pop on something, let it set as well. This has been incredible, and it's only a £5. I don't know whether the prices have gone up, but it was £5 when I bought it. I've had this now for just over a year, and I've used it maybe 80% of the time that I've done eye makeup. So I really would recommend this if you're looking for an eyeshadow primer that isn't too claggy. I find that some of the ones that are a bit thicker actually don't make my eyes look very nice at all, and this one does. So I really enjoyed that. This year is a year that I've started to improve my brow game, and I say improve my brow game is actually use products for my brows. And the thing that I've really been enjoying this year, and I use today, is the Benefit Ready Set Brow. I actually got this in, I don't believe this is a full size to be honest, but I got this in a Love Me Beauty box just to try, but I've been using it ever since, and I find it really sets my brows really nicely. I've got very thick curly eyebrows, so for me to put product in is just ridiculous. Setting them does make them look that little bit more, and they do look better, and I really like this product. Any clear gel could work though, but I quite like the brush in it. It's got a very different brush. It looks like the mascara wand from Roller Lash. It's that sort of brush. Really enjoying that. So on to eyeshadow, and you guys know that eyeshadow has to be my favourite thing of all time. The first thing I'll show you is something I didn't use today, but I wanted to just mention it because I do use it a lot. This is the Wet n Wild Brulee single, and it's just a plain cream, and I use this if I'm using a palette that doesn't have just a base colour in, and this is such a lovely base colour. I use it all the time. Let's see if I can get this in focus. I'm not used to this camera yet. It's just a lovely pale colour. It really works for my skin. I use it a lot, and I actually have a backup as well, so definitely really love this. But the palette that has absolutely blown my mind this year, and I have it on my eyes today, and you won't be surprised to know this. You might be surprised to know this actually, but I really have enjoyed it, and this is the year that I've been able to afford things, afford new makeup, afford things when they come out, and it has to be the Sweet Peach palette. This is by Too Faced. It is their latest addition to their sort of collection. They've got a chocolate collection, now they've got a Sweet Peach collection. It was limited edition, but it is back out now, and it's out at Debenhams. This is honestly one of my favourite palettes of the year. Every look that I do, I'm happy with. I've used it so much. I've nearly finished, as in I've nearly hit pan on this one here, this white peach. I'm loving that as a base colour. This Luscious is exactly what it says. It's just beautiful for a champagne all over the eyelid colour, and it does have a peachy undertone. It's just so nice. I have used every single shadow in here, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Even Talk Derby to Me, which doesn't look like I've used it, but I have used it quite a lot. I really love this. I love this colour here, plus Bless Her Heart for a different sort of look. They're just lovely shadows, really blendable. You'll see what I've done with them, but I absolutely love this palette. If you're not into makeup like I am, but you do want something that would last a long time, that you would really be able to have some versatile, definitely go for the Sweet Peach palette. Now, I don't have any of the chocolate bar palettes. I bought the Bon Bon palette and I actually sold it because this one was much more up my alley. So yeah, I mean, the chocolate bar palettes are lovely, but this one is the one that I reach for all the time, and it does smell like peaches. For mascara, it has to be the Hypnose mascara from Lancome. There's not many Lancome products that I like, but this I do keep going back to. It's a staple in my makeup drawer, and I have a backup. This is my latest one. I do find that initially I like it when it starts to dry out slightly, and that's saying something because I like quite liquidy ones, but it's far too liquidy when I first get it. But I really love this formula. I find it really lengthens, it really gives volume, and it helps to keep my eyelashes are curly anyway, but some of them curl down, but this one helps to keep them all in place, and it grips every single lash as it goes on. So I really find this a very good mascara. And finally, for the lips, I have one product on, but there is an honourable mention really that I want to talk about, and it's got to be Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks. In terms of the formula, this is my favourite one to date. If you're eating, it sort of just fades, but it fades very naturally rather than looking like a hot mess. You can also double this up, so if it starts to fade, you can pop more on top. I love the whole thing, just is lovely. I love how thin it is. I love the design of the packaging. I really enjoy these. But when I'm not wearing liquid lipsticks, I do love a sheer balmy lipstick, and that's what I've got on today. And actually, the whole range is my favourite, but this particular colour has got to be my all-time favourite lipstick for 2016, and it is the YSL Rouge Volupte in number 9 Nude in Private. This is such a lovely peachy nude, which I didn't think would ever suit me, but when I put it on my lips, it's such a lovely sheer colour. I think it just gives me everything, and that is how much I have left. And I'm gutted because I absolutely love it. I have another one which is similar, but it's a little bit more mauvey toned, and I'll probably use that first before buying a new one of these. But this really is my all-time favourite lipstick. I just love how they feel. I love how weighty they are. I find it really enjoyable to have. So absolutely love this, and that is my 2016 favourites. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.